What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of that boy, ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Mecha break. And, boy, man, I've been telling y'all, man, I've been grinding in all these games, playing ranked, trying to make sure and just see how good I am at different types of games. And we have finally made it into the diamond ranks here in Mecha break. So I am pretty happy about that, but now it's time to continue to move forward through these ranks and just see how high we can get, man, just for the hell of it, just to see where we can go. But there are a few things that I have noticed now that I've been in the diamond lobbies for a couple days now and grinding through all these levels. There are a few things that I noticed that I would like to kind of bring up. And the first one thing is going to be that team fighting is now becoming important and somewhat of a necessity now in your games. So leading up to diamond in the ranks of like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, the one thing I used to say, especially to my homeboy who was playing with me at the beginning, I was saying that for the most part, people don't even understand what they're doing. Like, they're in the game, but they're not really in the game or understanding the purpose of the game that we're playing. Because for the most part, especially if it was a game mode like Convoy, I was able to just hop on the convoy and basically ride that shit all the way to the finish line with very little interference from the other team. It would just be them all fighting somewhere in the corner as they're all fighting each other, being distracted, while I'm just sitting on the point pushing that motherfucker ahead. Like, I'm playing the objective here. I'm playing what the point of the game is. I'm not necessarily being drawn into unnecessary fights. Now, ever since I've made it into Diamond, I actually have played a couple convoy matches in Diamond. And so far, that's just not a thing. I'm not able to just sit down on the point and push it the way I was before. I feel like now players are more aware of the game modes attached to each map. I'm assuming in the lower ranks people aren't really aware of this yet, so that's probably why that's like that. But now people are more aware of the actual game mode and what's going on. So now team fighting is way more important because now you actually have to get those people on their respawn ticks, because now they're actually going to be defending the point, this, that, and the third. They're also trying to push their point at the same time. So Diamond that's the first thing I've noticed, is that team fighting has become a lot more important, man. And with team fighting being important, and just kind of piggybacking off of the last thing I said was, the game should actually be telling you the game modes. Now, again, like I said, I do believe that one of the reasons why I was able to kind of just go get points or do whatever is because people weren't 100% aware of what was going on, what they're supposed to do. So I do feel like when you're playing this game, they need to let you know what game mode you're playing and not just the name of the map. So for anyone that hasn't played this yet, when you load into a game, it tells you the name of the map, and depending on the name of the map, that the map determines what game mode you're on. So like there's one called Poseidon's Armory, I believe is what it's called. That's a domination map. So anytime Poseidon Armory comes up, you're about to be playing domination. Then you have Stella Observatory, which I believe that's the one with the dismantles. We have to dismantle the different things. So again, you have to actually know what game modes are attached to what maps. I was able to counteract this by I just started writing them shits down. So I have a list of what game modes are attached to what maps. So that actually has helped me in my rank grind, because now I'm aware of what's going on, and knowing the game mode that I'm playing also allows me to better choose what mechs I want to use, because in certain game modes, you might not want to use, I play Stego a lot, as you can see here in the background. I might not want to use Stego on the dismantle game mode, where I have to fly from point to point, just due to the fact that Stego's mobility is highly lacking. So again, it would be nice if they would actually tell you, when they bring up that screen where it shows you the name of the map, underneath in parentheses, it should tell you the game mode as well, but it doesn't. It doesn't actually tell you till after you pretty much pick your mech and everything. So I think that they really need to fix that there, and I think that would be a quality of life change that a lot of people would enjoy and actually benefit from. So we got to do that. Now, again, going back to players being more aware of team objectives. Now that I am up here in Diamond, people are way more aware of what is actually going on in the game. I'm telling you, before, I literally felt like I was going into games and just flying through. Like, I flew through bronze, I flew through silver, shit, I flew through fucking gold. And honestly, I pretty much flew through platinum too. And I think that this was simply because I was aware of the game mode that I'm playing. Like, I remember, like, you would have games where literally I had all the objective score on my team because my team is more worried about fighting and being in fights than worrying about, you know, the objective of the game, the point of why we're here. You know, we're here to win. It tells you, hey, you need to go dismantle these things. So if I need to go dismantle these, right, I'm not wasting my time in an unnecessary team fight when the objective is over there just sitting unguarded. Now, there was one time when I was having a conversation with my homeboy, and we had a little back and forth about this. And I was telling him, I'm like, bro, like, he was saying that I need to learn how to team fight. I know how to fight, but again, I'm not going to do unnecessary team fighting when it's not needed. You get what I'm saying? If it's not needed, I'm going to let y'all fight over there. You go ahead and distract them. I'm going to go take care of the objective. We can get up out of here. I'm trying to get this dub. Only thing that matters at the end of the day is a dub. Your kills, all that shit really don't matter. Okay? All that matters is who's winning. Right? So he was saying that by me doing that I was, you know, missing out on valuable fight experience, right? Now, every once in a while, even in them lower ranks, every once in a while I did run into somebody that was aware of what was going on. So I learned how to fight. And actually, I knew how to fight just simply from playing the game up until that point. Before I really learned the game modes, I was just fighting. I was like everybody else. But then once you actually play ranking, you actually sit down and be like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to actually go push that convoy, or I'm supposed to go over here and dismantle this. Once you learn that, you have an advantage. And I'm telling you, that's really all you need in the lower ranks. Bronze, silver, and gold, as long as you know what game mode you're playing and what the actual objective is, fucking play the objective. I'm telling you, you will probably win 90% of your matches. I have some high, ridiculous win rate in this game. I'm pretty sure. I wish I could look at it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure my win rate is something serious because, I mean, I'm telling you, bro, I've been flying. And even in Diamond, I rarely lose in this game. I rarely lose. And I think it's because I understand and I play the fucking objective every single game. No matter what mech I'm using, I play the objective. I know what's going on. I know, hey, pay attention. If we're playing the key one, we have to go get the keys and bring them back. I need to pay attention in case the enemy gets it. We don't want the enemy to make it back. I understand, hey, we need to stall them, keep them off the point, you know, everything. So making sure that you understand the game mode that you're playing is very, very important. And that will help you. And I'm telling you, you will fly through those lower ranks just by simply knowing the objective and how to play it properly, man. So make sure, and even if you need to go to the lengths that I did, write down the maps and what game mode they are. This way, when you see them load up, you know what the hell's going on, and you're not just coming in there blinded, man. Now, the last thing I want to mention before I get up out of here, man, is gonna be the melee characters, man. Welkin, the new one they just brought in, and Panther, right? And I bring these guys up because I've noticed this more here in Diamond, where there's pretty much a melee character in every game at this point. Now that I'm up here, before there were games where I wouldn't, some games there wouldn't be a melee character sometimes. It'll be all regular, mechs doing their mech thing, and nobody would have a melee. But now that I am in Diamond, I swear I see a melee character in pretty much every game. But I'm bringing it up because I feel like our melee character is a little too OP. Like, I know that you can do the counter with the shields, but again, is that really a great option when you truly sit down and think about it? I don't know. I play Stego, and for the most part with Stego, I'm able to handle most melee characters except for Welkin. Welkin's probably the main one I have issues with, but I think that they might be a tad bit overpowered. Maybe tone them down just slightly, especially with them being able to track you from like halfway across the map. Like if you're a flyer like Falcon, you should be able, if I dodge away from your melee and then enter flight mode, which should be a faster movement than normal, there's no reason that this motherfucker should be able to dash his way and catch up to me for melee, bruh. I'm in flight mode. I should be faster than this nigga Dash. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, it's like, and don't get me wrong, I play Allegiance a little bit, so I know how the melee works. It's basically a tracker, man. But let me know how y'all feel about these things that I brought up, man. Do y'all think that melee characters are too OP? Also, if you are in Diamond and above, do you agree that team fighting has become important once that starts? Do you also feel the game should let you know what mode we're playing? And players, make sure you're paying attention to the objective, man. But I'm going to leave you all for the rest of this gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at ThatBoyETV. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.